Hi Nana. So in this video we will learn about the chemical properties of hydrochloric acid. Okay. So different chemical properties of hydrochloric acid are uh, first of all action with indicator. Action with indicator. So hydrochloric acid, its action with indicator is similar with the hydrogen chloride gas. So that means uh, like how hydrogen chloride gas uh, uh, I mean reacts with indicator, in the same way the hydrochloric acid also will show the same action. For example, if you take a, litmus solution, so actually originally it is blue in color. So the blue color litmus solution, okay, with hydrochloric acid, HCl acid, so it turns what? So the color of litmus solution, it is turned to red. So in the presence of this acid, in the presence of hydrochloric acid, blue litmus from blue litmus is turned to red. Okay, next methyl orange solution. Methyl orange solution. So in the presence of hydrochloric acid, originally it is orange in color. It will turn into red. Okay, red or pink. Okay, red or pink color. Okay, between red and pink, that range. And with alkaline phenolphthalein solution, with alkaline phenolphthalein solution, so when HCl is in contact with alkaline phenolphthalein solution, then actually this is the color of this one is pink in color. So the pink color solution, it becomes colorless. So this solution, the pink color solution of alkaline phenolphthalein, it turns to colorless when HCl is added to this. So like this, etc. So mainly these three indicators we'll discuss. Okay, so like this action with indicator will be. Next chemical property is acidic nature. Acidic nature of hydrochloric acid. So second chemical property is acidic nature. Okay, actually it is an acid. As it is an acid, it shows acidic nature. See, its acidic nature, it depends upon in which this acid is present. Suppose if it is present in polar solvents, if it is present in HCl dissolved in HCl, when HCl is dissolved in polar solvents like water, example H2O, what happened? This HCl in the presence of polar solvent, it will ionize. For example, take water. In the presence of water, this HCl is also a polar covalent substance. HCl is polar. It is a polar covalent compound. As it is a polar covalent compound, so this HCl will ionize, will break down into free ions in the presence of polar solvents like water. So what happens? So it will break down into H plus ions and Cl minus ions in the presence of water. Immediately, already we have discussed. So whenever H plus ions are present in water, immediately this one and this one will combine. Okay, to form what? So they combine with each other to form hydronium ion H3O plus and chloride ions are formed. Okay, so like this, what happens? So in the presence of polar solvents, this HCl can produce either H plus ions or H3O plus ions. So whenever H plus ions or H3O plus ions are present, then that substance will show acidic nature. Hence, HCl will show acidic nature. So acidic nature of HCl, it is due to the formation of H plus ions or H3O plus ions in polar solvents. Suppose if HCl is dissolved in organic solvents, if HCl is dissolved in organic solvents like benzene, what is the formula of benzene? C6H6, or else toluene, C6H5CH3 toluene, okay, or else carbon disulfide, or else carbon tetrachloride, etc. So there are so many organic solvents. So these are organic solvents. Suppose if HCl is dissolved in organic solvent, what happened? These organic solvents, they are covalent in nature. Okay. So in the presence of this HCl, in the presence of organic solvents, so HCl does not break down into ions. No free ions are formed. Hence, as there are no H plus ions or H3O plus ions, hence this HCl does not show acidic nature. Okay, so in the presence of organic solvents, HCl do not show acidic nature with organic solvent in organic solvents. But here this HCl shows acidic nature due to the presence of H plus or H3O plus ions. Okay, due to the presence of H plus or H3O plus ions, this HCl, hydrochloric acid, will show acidic nature when dissolved in water. But the same hydrochloric acid, when dissolved in organic solvents, so due to the here no free ions are formed. So that means they are not formed. Hence HCl do not show acidic nature in organic solvents. Why? Due to absence of H plus or H3O plus ions. Okay, so like this we can discuss the acidic nature. So the acidic nature of any acid is due to the presence of either H plus ions or H3O plus ions. If a substance can form H plus ions or H3O plus ions, then that substance is said to be acidic in nature. So HCl can behave as acid in the presence of water, but the same HCl cannot behave as an acid in the presence of organic solvent. Okay, right. So this is about the acidic nature of HCl. Right. Now, next, acidic properties of dilute hydrochloric acid. We'll take based on this acidic nature. So we will study about the acidic properties of this dilute hydrochloric acid. So this hydrochloric acid we will study under two headings. Under dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute HCl, chemical properties of dilute HCl and chemical properties of concentrated HCl. Okay. So first of all we will study about the chemical properties of dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay. So here under this one, action with, we will study about action with the active metals, Next, action with metal oxides, action with metal hydroxides, metal or non-metal hydroxide, metal or even non-metal hydroxides. Okay. Next, action with metal carbonates, action with metal hydrogens, action with metal hydrogen carbonates, action with metal sulfides, action with metal sulfides, action with metal hydrogen sulfides, action with metal hydrogen sulfides, Okay, right. So action with action with nitrates, thiosulfate, action with silver nitrate, action with silver nitrate, action with lead nitrate, action with thiosulfate. So all these are the chemical properties shown by dilute HCl. So we will learn all these one by one. So first of all we will learn about the reaction of dilute hydrochloric acid with the active metals. See, so this one we will learn. So active metals like ranging from potassium to iron, what happens? They react with dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay, they react with the dilute hydrochloric acid to form metal chlorides plus hydrogen gas is evolved in this process. Hydrogen chloride. Example, if you take example magnesium metal, when reacted with a dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms magnesium chloride and a hydrogen gas is evolved. If iron reacts with the iron metal, if it reacts with a dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms ferrous chloride and hydrogen gas is evolved. So like this, active metals will form metal chlorides. If magnesium is there, it forms magnesium chloride. If iron is reacting, it forms iron chloride. So like this, active metals will react with the dilute hydrochloric acid to form metal chlorides, and hydrogen gas is liberated along with this. Right. So now let us learn about the reaction of metal oxides with dilute hydrochloric acid. Metal oxides will react with dilute hydrochloric acid, they form metal chlorides and water is formed in this case. With active metals they liberate hydrogen gas, but with metal oxides it forms water. Okay, so that means metal plus HCl, it forms metal chloride plus hydrogen gas, but with the metal, if there is oxygen, then instead of hydrogen gas it forms water. So metal chloride is formed in both the cases. Okay, for example, take potassium oxide with a dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms potassium chloride. Okay, it forms potassium chloride and water is evolved in this process. Down the electrochemical series, copper oxide, HCl, okay, it forms what? Copper chloride plus H2. See, look here, this metal oxide, it is basic in nature. So whenever base is reacted with acid, it forms a salt and water. Whenever base reacts with acid, they form salt and water. So metal chlorides are salts and water. So like this, so here metal oxides are generally basic in nature. Okay, so now we learn about the reaction of dilute hydrochloric acid with metal hydroxides or non-metal hydroxides. So with metal oxides, this HCl will form metal chloride plus water. Now we will learn about the metal hydroxides. When metal hydroxide is reacted with HCl, again here also metal hydroxides are bases, HCl is an acid, so hydrochloric acid. So what it forms again metal chloride. In this case also it forms metal chloride and water is formed. Metal chloride and water is formed. If you take example, potassium hydroxide plus HCl, potassium hydroxide plus dilute HCl, it forms potassium chloride and water is evolved, in this process. Even non-metal hydroxides also will react with a dilute hydrochloric acid. Non-metal hydroxides like ammonium hydroxide. See, only ammonium hydroxide will react with the dilute hydrochloric acid. So this is ammonium hydroxide is a base. Here generally metal hydroxides are bases, but the non-metal hydroxide, so only ammonium hydroxide is the non-metal hydroxide which is a base. Okay, so like this, ammonium hydroxide when react with the HCl, it forms ammonium chloride, salt and water. In the same way, Copper hydroxide, it's a metal hydroxide. Okay, HCl, it forms copper chloride and water. So in all these cases, so these are all what? These are all salts. These are all salts and water is formed. Salt and water are formed. So these are all what? Bases. So when metal hydroxides or ammonium hydroxide react with dilute hydrochloric acid, okay, salt, which salt? Chloride salts and water is formed along with this. Okay, so that means metal hydroxide plus dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms salt. Which salt? Metal chloride salt and water is formed in this case also. So here even metal oxides or metal hydroxides, so they form the same products, okay, with the dilute acids. Right. Now we will learn about the reaction of metal with carbonates, reaction of dilute hydrochloric acid with metal carbonates. Dilute hydrochloric acid with metal carbonates. Generally metal carbonates, M stands for metal. Okay. Metal carbonates when react with acid, dilute acids, what happens? This carbonate will break down and produce carbon dioxide gas. Okay, so here if you remove CO2, then O is left over, so that oxygen will combine with hydrogens. So here two hydrogens are necessary to form water, and what is left over? So metal is left over and chlorine is left over. So in this way, so metal chloride, it may be of any type. So generally metal chloride, we may write metal chloride may be MCl type or MCl2 type or else MCl3 type. So depending upon the valency of the metal. So that means when metal carbonates react with dilute acids, dilute hydrochloric acid, so it liberates carbon dioxide gas, okay, water, and metal chloride is formed along with this. For example, take potassium carbonate. Potassium carbonate when react with a dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms potassium chloride, okay, plus water, and carbon dioxide gas is released in this process. Okay, so if you balance it, then you will get like this. If you take another example, copper carbonate with a HCl will form copper chloride CuCl2 plus H2O plus CO2. So like this. So that means carbon dioxide gas is evolved when metal carbonates reacts with acids. When metal carbonates reacts with acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, so carbon dioxide gas is evolved. It is released, and along with the release of carbon dioxide gas, so metal chloride salts and water is formed. So these are salts. All metal chlorides are salts. Okay. So in this way, so when metal carbonates reacts with the dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms metal chlorides plus water plus carbon dioxide gas is released in this process. Carbon dioxide gas is evolved in this process. Okay, so like this we can discuss about the reaction of hydrochloric acid with dilute hydrochloric acid with the metal carbonates. So even with metal hydrogen carbonates also the reaction is same. Metal hydrogen carbonate means metal bicarbonates. We can call it as metal bicarbonate also. When react with dilute hydrochloric acid, here even here also metal chloride is formed, water is formed, and carbon dioxide gas is evolved. For example, so here with metal carbonates and with metal bicarbonates, the same reaction takes place. For example, potassium bicarbonate with dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms what? Potassium chloride, water, and carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Take another example, magnesium bicarbonate, magnesium hydrogen carbonate, or else magnesium bicarbonate with dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms magnesium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Okay, so in this way even metal hydrogen carbonates also, when reacted with dilute hydrochloric acid, even in that case also they form metal chloride and water and liberation of carbon dioxide gas. See, there is common thing in all these cases. HCl is common. So when metal or metal oxide or metal hydroxide or metal carbonates or metal bicarbonates, they react with dilute hydrochloric acid, they form metal chlorides. In all these cases, metal chlorides is common. With metal, it is hydrogen. But with all other substances, water is evolved. Water is evolved with all other substances. With carbonates, it is forming carbon dioxide in additional to this metal chloride and water. So carbon dioxide is evolved additionally. And even with metal bicarbonate also, so a carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Okay, so like this we can discuss. Right, next one, metal carbonates, metal hydrogen carbonates, metal sulfides. Metal sulfide when reacts with a dilute hydrochloric acid, here also it forms metal chloride and what? H2S gas. Suppose if it is metal oxide, so what happens? This oxygen will react with hydrogen and metal will react with chlorine to form metal chloride and hydrogen oxide. It forms 2. So here with the reaction, it appears to be similar, but the product formed instead of oxygen in water. So if sulfide is present, with metal oxide it is forming water, but with metal sulfides it forms H2S. It forms H2S. So that means hydrogen sulfide gas is released along with the metal chloride. So whenever metal sulfides react with the dilute hydrochloric acid, so hydrogen sulfide, it's a rotten egg smell. It smells like a rotten egg. Okay, unpleasant, very unpleasant smell. Okay, along with the formation of metal chloride. If you take example, sodium sulfide or potassium sulfide, any metal. So all metal sulfides you may take. Okay, with the dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms what? Metal chloride plus hydrogen sulfide gas. So this is the stress 2NaCl. So here metal chloride and hydrogen sulfide gas is released. Okay, so in this way, so here we can write that one also. Generally, metal sulfide plus a dilute hydrochloric acid, even in this case also metal chloride is formed, but but along with this water is not formed. So instead of water it is forming hydrogen sulfide gas. Okay, so like this. If you discuss one more example, copper sulfide, dilute hydrochloric acid, copper sulfide, dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms copper chloride, metal chloride, okay, plus H2S gas, hydrogen sulfide gas. So like this. So whenever metal sulfide reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, so hydrogen sulfide gas is evolved. See, look here. So there is we can compare the metal oxide with metal sulfide. So almost the same reaction it is appear to be similar. Okay, right. What is the next reaction? Metal sulfides. After metal sulfides, metal sulfides, metal sulfide, metal sulfide, okay, plus hydrochloric acid. See, in metal carbonates, it will this part will break down into carbon dioxide and metal oxide is formed. Now this metal oxide, so when HCl is mixed, so this metal oxide will react with HCl to form what? Metal chloride plus water. So that means metal carbonates with HCl, it forms metal chloride, water and carbon dioxide gas. So in the same way here also. So this one will break down into metal oxide plus sulfur dioxide. So now this metal oxide will react with HCl. Okay, metal oxide reacts with HCl to form metal chloride plus water is evolved. So that means with metal sulfates, what are the products? Metal chloride, water and sulfur dioxide. So it forms what? Metal chloride plus water plus sulfur dioxide gas. So here with metal carbonates, the gas evolved is carbon dioxide. With metal sulfides, the gas evolved is sulfur dioxide. Okay. With sulfides, sulfur dioxide gas is formed. With carbonates, carbon dioxide gas is formed. Okay, right. So let us discuss this with one example. Take an example, metal sulfides. For example, take sodium sulfite Na2SO3. When react with hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms metal chloride, water and sulfur dioxide gas is evolved in this process. So here two hydrogens, right, two sodium chloride and sulfur dioxide. So in this way metal sulfides will produce sulfur dioxide gas, metal carbonates will produce carbon dioxide gas. In the same way, metal bisulfides, metal hydrogen sulfides also will produce the same reaction. Metal hydrogen sulfide, even so this one and this one will show the reaction in the similar fashion. So even in this case also metal hydrogen sulfides also will produce the same metal chloride plus water plus sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, so metal sulfides and metal hydrogen sulfides, so they react in the similar fashion and the products formed are in the same products. If you take example, for example, if you take potassium hydrogen sulfide or also sodium hydrogen sulfide, sodium hydrogen sulfide when reacted with HCl, okay, sodium hydrogen sulfide when reacts with HCl, it forms sodium chloride, okay, water, and sulfur dioxide gas is evolved. Sulfur dioxide gas is released in this process. See, if you compare the metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates, metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates, they are producing same products. And here also metal sulfides and metal bisulfite, and metal sulfides when react with HCl, they produce the same products. Okay, so in this way we can discuss about the reaction of metal hydrogen sulfides with with dilute hydrochloric acid. Now we will discuss about silver nitrate. When silver nitrate solution reacts with hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid reacts with silver nitrate solution to form what? Silver chloride. So it forms nitric acid is formed, and silver chloride, it is a white color precipitate. It is a milk, it is a curdy white precipitate. Curdy white precipitate is formed. Okay, it is a precipitate which looks like a curd. Okay, silver chloride is a curdy white precipitate. When silver nitrate solution reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, so this reaction takes place. With lead nitrate reacts with lead nitrate solution. Lead nitrate solution reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to form what? In this case also nitric acid is formed, and here instead of silver chloride it forms a lead chloride. It's also a precipitate. Thick white precipitate is formed. A thick white precipitate is formed. So in these cases, in both the cases, you will find a formation of precipitates. Okay. Now this reaction of dilute hydrochloric acid with thiosulfates. See, in this case, dilute hydrochloric acid, okay, thiosulfate, for example, sodium thiosulfate, Na2 S2O3, thiosulfate. See, actually, Na2SO4, it is called as sodium sulfate. So instead of one oxygen, if one sulfur is present, then it becomes Na2S2O3. That means so one oxygen, we have to less one oxygen and we have to add one sulfur. So now it becomes sodium thiosulfate. Thio means additionally one sulfur is present, hence it is called as thio. Thio means sulfur. Okay, thiosulfate. So this is the formula of sodium thiosulfate. Okay, so what happens when sodium thiosulfate reacts with the dilute hydrochloric acid? So here sulfite, with sulfite, what are the products? The same products are formed here also, but additionally one sulfur is in extra. See, actually Na2SO3, sodium sulfite, when sodium sulfite reacts with HCl, it is forming sodium chloride, water and SO2 gas is formed. But here additionally one sulfur is present, thiosulfite. So what happens? Here also the same reaction takes place. The same products are formed, but one sulfur is in addition. So here also sodium chloride plus water plus sulfur dioxide gas is formed, but one sulfur is in addition, hence that sulfur remains. That means along with these three products, sulfur also will form as one of the product. That means free sulfur is formed. So free sulfur is formed as one of the product which appears in the form of pale yellow substance. So this is the color of this one is, it is pale yellow. Okay, pale yellow color substance, free sulfur is formed in this process. Okay, so like this, dilute hydrochloric acid, the properties of dilute hydrochloric acid can be discussed. So in the next video we'll discuss about the properties of concentrated hydrochloric acid. Chemical properties of concentrated hydrochloric acid we'll discuss in the next video. So in this video we have discussed about this one. In the next video we'll discuss about this one. Okay, bye.